Hi, we're about 4 weeks now into lockdown. Everything's settling. It's beginning to get a little bit more normal. This whole idea of working from home, I'm hoping that children are settling into a routine and all the rest of it. It's all becoming normal. Well, as normal as this abnormal situation can become. And this week I've been having some really great conversations with managers about how they're managing their virtual teams. And here are some of my reflections on our discussions and what we discovered and what we thought about and the conclusions we drew. Number one is just how much information we gather about our team and how they're working from the visual cues that we get from them working in the space around us. We see them walking in, and that tells us immediately whether they're in a good mood or not that day. We see them working over in the corner really hard. We go, great, productivity is happening. We see somebody else over here and they look like they're struggling, or they look lost, or they look confused. So that's the cue for us to walk across and go, hi, how's it going? Are you stuck on anything? What's happening? Now, of course, working from home, we don't have any of those cues anymore at all. We really don't. And speaking to managers this week, it became really, really clear how important it was to schedule video get-togethers that give you these cues. In other words, just saying, hey, every day at 12:30, we're stopping half an hour for lunch. Everyone come on board and just eat your lunch and chat. Yeah? Or having a tea break, or having a check-in in the morning. I was talking to one manager and she said, I want each of you to check in the morning. And her team were a bit like, what are you talking about? That sounds... And they were actually taking it quite judgmentally. They were thinking that she was checking in on them. You know, are they there? Are they dressed? Are they at the computer? Are they ready to work? All that kind of thing. And she said, no, no, no. And when she explained, actually, all I want is to just say, hi, how are you? Because that's what I do when we're in the office. I say, how are you? And I just want to hear where you are, how are you, how the day went yesterday, what are you working on today, is there anything I can help you with, are you stuck anywhere? It's what I would do in a kind of corridor 2-3 minute conversation in the office, but I don't have the corridor anymore, so we need to schedule this Zoom talk in order to meet that need. The other thing, of course, is that you could, as a manager, rely on people looking busy to assume that they were actually producing work. It was never a very good way of assuming that they were actually producing work, but it was at least an indication. Now you don't know at all. And I had one of my clients who came in and said, it is now official. And she was talking about a couple of members of her team, and she said, they are the laziest people I have ever come across, because she was finding that they weren't actually producing very much. They were using they were struggling with getting off the sofa and into work at home. And she found it very, very difficult to get them. So this means that you as a manager now have to stay very close to people in terms of, what are you working on? When can we expect it to be completed? What are the resources you need to help you complete it? How can I help you do that? What's happening? How's it going? Where's it going? And you need to do it without seeming to be a policeman. That's a skill. Now, if you've got, I was talking to one manager and I'm saying, how's it going virtually? And she said, Sue, it's brilliant. She said, but it's brilliant because she had spent a lot of time. She'd been working since the beginning of the year with this team. She was new to the team. She's been working since the beginning of the year very, very consciously on building the loyalty and the trust within the team, and doing a lot of team exercises and a lot of work. So when the shutdown came in, they had a personal relationship. They had a trusting relationship. She said so, and she'd also made herself very, very approachable since the beginning of the year. You know, any problem, you just come to me. And so consequently, when they went virtually, her staff were very comfortable to raise the hand and go, I don't know what to do, I'm stuck. she was also in the position of taking over another team, and she was saying, this is hard because I don't have the relationship. Now, you may be in a situation where this working virtually coronavirus has actually shown up that you don't have high levels of trust or a personal relationship with people in your team. And it's showing that up, where you've got to have to work hard to get that. And to be quite frank, it's a lot to go into in how to build trust. And you need to do it individually, but it can be done. Again, I was talking to another client this week. These are my weekly reflections, aren't they? And she was talking about, she works in a unionized environment, and one of her union reps, one of her members of staff is a union rep and very committed to the union. And she was actually, so much so that there was a rumor going around that she shouldn't really be having one-to-ones with her manager. And so she said, I shouldn't really be having shouldn't really need to have one-to-ones with you. I shouldn't really need to be having one-to-ones with you. But then she came back and she said, but actually, seeing as how you're such a great manager, and I really like our conversations, I think that I would like to have my one-to-one with you. And this is an example of low level of trust, but where the human relationship that the manager had created, not the employee, that the manager had created, was so strong that this lady came and said, actually, I still do want my one-to-one with you. I find them really useful. So these are my reflections. You need now to step up. When you're managing face-to-face, it's easy just to do it by looking around, engaging the sense and the atmosphere of the team and the people that make it up. Now you can't. You have to actively do stuff. Get in touch with people. Say hello. You need to say hello to every one of your team members at least once a day. Yeah, at least once a day. Don't ever leave it more than once a day. You need to have social interaction with your team members. And you also obviously need to go, this is what I expect, this is when I need it by, this is when I need it delivered. Lots of thought there. If you want to get in touch with me to discuss how you can improve your management and learn how to be a stronger management through the challenges that are being presented to us at this time, just reach out to me. Always happy to have a chat. Take care. Bye.